Hello everyone, welcome to this lesson on exponents and powers. What are exponents or powers? A number repeatedly multiplied by itself is called a power or an exponential of the number, where the number itself is called the base of the power, and the number of times it is multiplied is called the exponent or index. Let's take for example, if a is a number, then a multiplied 5 times will give us a to the power 5, which means that a raised to the power 5 is the power or the exponential, and a is the base and 5 is the exponent or index. 3 to the power 4. What is 3 raised to the power 4? It means 3 multiplied 4 times, which gives us 81. 5 raised to the power 3 means 5 multiplied 3 times, which will give us 125. Now what if the base is negative? Let's say negative a to the power n. Now this depends on the nature of the power, that is n. So if n is odd, then the product will be negative. Let's take an example. Negative 2 to the power 3. Now here we see the power exponent is 3, which is odd, and if n is odd, then the product will be negative. It means negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 will give us negative 8. And what if n is even? Let's see. If n is even, then the product will be positive. It means negative 2 times 4, where 4 is an even integer. So negative 2 times 4 will give us 16. So the negative sign has gone. So here the nature of the exponent defines whether the product will have a negative or a positive sign. Now laws of exponents. Let's look at some laws of exponents. First, a to the power m can be represented as 1 by a to the power negative m, means the inverse. Or if it is a to the power negative m, we can write it as 1 by a to the power m. Let's look at an example. If it is 3 to the power 2, we can represent it as 1 by 3 to the power negative 2. And if it is 3 to the power negative 2, we can change it to 1 by 3 to the power 2. Next law. If a by b whole to the power n, then we can distribute the exponent between the numerator and the denominator. We can write a to the power n and b to the power n. Let's take for example 2 by 3 whole raised to the power 4 can be written as 2 to the power 4 and 3 raised to the power 4, which will give us 2 multiplied 4 times and 3 is multiplied 4 times by itself, which will result in 16 and 81. So the result is 16 by 81. Next, if a by b is whole to the power negative n. Now the power is negative. What can we do? We can just simply inverse the fraction to make the exponent positive. So here it will become b by a whole raised to the power n. So n has changed into a positive exponent. And after this we can distribute the power between the numerator and the denominator, b raised to the power n and a raised to the power n. Let's take an example. So if it is given 2 by 3 whole raised to the power negative 2, we can change it to 3 by 2 whole raised to the power 2, and then we can distribute the exponent between the numerator and the denominator. So 3 raised to the power 2 and 2 raised to the power 2, which means 3 multiplied by 3, 2 multiplied by 2, which will give us 9 by 4. Next, a to the power 0 will be equal to 1. Just remember, anything raised to the power 0 will always result in 1. So here if we have a by b whole raised to the power 0, it means it is 1. Let's take for example 4 raised to the power 0 will result in 1. 5 by 7 whole raised to the power 0 will also result in 1. Next, a raised to the power m multiplied by a raised to the power n. Now here two exponential numbers are being multiplied, and here we observe that the bases are the same. Here the base is a and here also the base is a. Now when you have the same bases, we just simply add the powers or the exponents. So here a to the power m plus 1. We simply added the exponent. So here if we have 2 to the power 3 multiplied by 2 to the power 2, it will become, we see that the base are same, so we simply add the exponents. So 2 raised to the power 3 plus 2, that will give us 2 raised to the power 5, means 2 will be multiplied by itself 5 times, which will give us 32. Next, a to the power m by a to the power n. Now here we see that a to the power m is in the numerator and a to the power n is in the denominator, means it is given in a fractional form, means division form we can say. So a to the power m by a to the power n. Now what happens if it is in the division form and the bases are same? So we simply subtract the numerator and the exponent of the numerator and the exponent of the denominator. So here a will be a raised to the power m minus n when m is greater than n. We have to keep in mind, only when m is greater than n, then we can express it as a raised to the power m minus n. So let's take an example, 2 raised to the power 5 and 2 raised to the power 3. So here we see the exponent of the numerator is greater than the exponent of the denominator. So it will become 2 raised to the power 5 minus 3. That will give us 2 square. 2 raised to the power 2. It will become 4. Now again let's see, what if n is greater in this case, or you can say m is less than n? Then we'll express it as 1 by e to the power n minus m. In this case n is greater than m. So let's take an example, 2 raised to the power 3 and 2 raised to the power 6. So the exponent of the denominator is greater. So what will we do? 1 by 2 raised to the power 6 minus 3. It will give us 1 by 2 raised to the power 3. That will be equal to 1 by 2 multiplied by itself 3 times will result in 1 by 8. Next, a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n. Now what will we do in such case? We'll simply multiply the exponents. So a raised to the power m multiplied by n. A raised to the power m into n, which will be equal to a raised to the power mn, which means multiplication between the two. So let's take an example, 2 raised to the power 2 whole raised to the power 3. So what will we do? It will become 2 raised to the power 2 into 3, which will be equal to 2 raised to the power 6 It means 2 multiplied by itself 6 times, and it will give us 64. Next, if a to the power m is equal to a to the power n. Now here they are given in an equation form. If a raised to the power m is equal to a raised to the power n, so what will happen then? Then we can say that m is equal to n, provided a is greater than 0 and a is not equal to 1. So a should be greater than 0 and a should not be equal to 1. Let's look at an example. So here 2 raised to the power x. So here the exponential value is not given, it is given as a variable, and here it is given 2 raised to the power 3, and they have mentioned that both are equal. See, both are equal means their exponents should also be the same, because the base is the same. Here it is 2 and here also it is 2. So whenever the bases of the two exponential numbers on the two sides of the equation are the same, we simply say that their exponents or their index are also equal. So here we can say x is equal to 3. There may be questions where you will be asked to find the value of x or any variable which is given in the exponent. So you can use this property to find the value. Okay, let's practice. Evaluate -2 whole raised 1 by 2 raised to the power -3. So first let's change this mixed fraction into an improper fraction. So it will become -5 by 2 whole to the power -3. Now observe here that the power is negative, the exponent is negative, so we'll try to change it into positive. So what happens when we change the exponential part into positive? We reciprocate, isn't it? A by b will become b by a, and the exponent will become positive. So this -5 by 2 will become -2 by 5 whole raised to the power 3. So after this, now what we can do? We can distribute the power between the numerator and the denominator. So it will become -2 raised to the power 3 and 5 raised to the power 3. Now what we have to observe? -2 times -2 times -2. We have to observe the power, because the base is negative. So when the base is negative and if the power is an odd integer or an odd number, then the sign will remain negative. So here -2 multiplied by -2 multiplied by -2 will result in -8, and 5 multiplied by 5 into 5 will give us 125. So it will become -8 by 125. Next, -2 by 3 whole raised to the power -3 whole raised to the power -2. Then simply here we can think of the law as a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n. So we can say it will become a raised to the power m into n. So here -2 by 3 whole raised to the power m into n we can say, and m into n means -3 into -2 will result in +6. So -2 by 3 whole raised to the power 6. Now we can distribute the power between the two, numerator and denominator. So what will it become? -2 raised to the power 6 and 3 raised to the power 6. It means -2 multiplied by itself 6 times and 3 multiplied by itself 6 times, which will result in -2 into -2 into -2 will give you 8, and then -2 -2 -2 8, which will result in 64. 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, and then 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27 will give you 729. So 64 by 729. 2 by 5 whole raised to the power negative 3 multiplied by 4 by 15 whole raised to the power 2 multiplied by 7 by 225 whole raised to the power 0. Now here let's first change this exponential number with the negative exponent to positive. So 5, it will become 5 by 2 whole raised to the power 3, just the reciprocal of this to make the exponent positive. And after this we can observe that here 7 by 225 whole raised to the power 0 is given, and anything raised to the power 0 is equal to 1, we know. And here we can distribute the power between the numerator and the denominator equally. So 5 raised to the power 3 and 2 raised to the power 3, 4 raised to the power 2 and 15 raised to the power 2 multiplied by 1. Anything raised to the power 0 becomes 1. Then it means 5 multiplied 3 times by itself, 2 multiplied 3 times by itself, 4 multiplied twice, and 15 multiplied by itself twice. So this will result in 5 25, 25 is a 125, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 125 by 8, here we have 16 and 225. So now we can cancel out 8 and 16. So 8 ones are 8 and 8 twos are 16. Then we can cancel these two by 5. So 5 by 25 I think. So that is the biggest number we can take. So 25, 5s are 125 and 25, 9s are 225. So 5 twos are 10 and here we have 9. It will result into 10 by 9. Next, simplify negative 3 by 4 whole raised to the power 5 divided by negative 3 by 4 whole raised to the power negative 2 and whole raised to the power negative 3. So first step will be let's change this negative exponent to positive. So negative 3 by 4 whole raised to the power 5 divided by negative 4 by 3 whole raised to the power 2. After this, let's think of it as negative 3 by 4 whole raised to the power 5 divided by negative 4 by 3 whole raised to the power 2. Now let's think of it as a fractional number. Now division between the fractions, what do we do? When we divide, we change the sign and reciprocate the number by which we are dividing this number. So we'll change the division sign into multiplication, and negative 4 by 3 will become negative 3 by 4. Now if we observe as an exponential number, the negative 3 by 4 same here like negative 3 by 4. So the bases of these two numbers are same, and when we multiply two numbers with the same base, what happens to their power? Gets added. So here we can say negative 3 by 4 raised to the power 5 plus 2 whole raised to the power negative 3. Now let's add it. So negative 3 by 4 whole raised to the power 5 plus 2 will become negative 3 by 4 whole raised to the power 7. Now think of it as a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n, and the power will get multiplied, the exponent. So we can say negative 3 by 4, 7 multiplied by raised to the power 7 into negative 3. So 7 3s are 21. So it will become negative 3 by 4 whole raised to the power negative 21. Now we have to change the negative exponent into positive 1. So what will happen? We'll reciprocate this number, this base. So it will become negative 4 by 3 whole raised to the power 21. This will be the answer. Next, by what number should 5 by 3 whole raised to the power negative 1 be multiplied so that the product becomes 3 by 4 whole raised to the power negative 1? Now think of it as a simple number. If I tell you by what number should 2 be multiplied to so that the product becomes 10. Now imagine what number I should multiply by 2 to make it 10. We all know that by 5, if we multiply 2 by 5, we'll get 10. But how did we get 5? If here we have 10 and here we have 2, it means 10 divided by 2 we can do. So here also in a similar way, by what number should 5 3 whole raised to the power negative 1 be multiplied so that the product becomes 3 by 4 raised to the power negative 1? Means this is the product and we can divide this by this number. So 3 by 4 whole raised to the power negative 1 divided by 5 by 3 whole raised to the power negative 1. So first let's change the exponent or the index into a positive 1. So what will we do? 4 by 3 whole raised to the power 1 it will become, and this will become 3 by 5 whole raised to the power 1. Now anything raised to the power 1 means the number itself. So it will remain 4 by 3 divided by 3 by 5. And now we can think of it as division between the fractions. So what do? We change it into multiplication sign and reciprocate the other. So 4 by 3 multiplied by 5 by 3. It will result in 4 5 is a 20 and 3 3 is a 9. So it will become 20 by 9. Next, find the value of x for which 2 by 3 whole raised to the power x plus 1 divided by 2 by 3 whole raised to the power negative 2 is equal to 2 by 3 whole raised to the power 6. Now here already it is given that 2 by 3 whole raised to the power x plus 1 divided by 2 by 3 whole raised to the power negative 2 is equal to 2 by 3 whole raised to the power 6. They are given in an equation form. So let's try to solve this one. Now here if you observe, we can look at it in a way that a to the power m by a to the power n. So we can apply the law of exponent. So here we can say this is a positive integer, so it will be greater than n. It means we can say 2 by 3 whole raised to the power x plus 1 minus the smaller exponent, that is 2 by 3, because it is divided below, isn't it? If you observe it as a fraction, like 2 by 3 whole raised to the power x plus 1 by 2 by 3 whole raised to the power negative 2, means the bases are the same and the power of the exponent of the numerator is greater than the exponent of the denominator. So x plus 1 minus negative 2 is equal to 2 by 3 whole raised to the power 6 as it is. After this, x plus 1 minus negative 2 will become x plus 1 plus 2, negative, and negative 2 will become positive 2. So now x plus 1 plus 2, we can add the constants 1 plus 2, that will give you x plus 3. Now if you observe, the base on this side of the equation and this side of the equation are the same. So remember the last law which we talked about, when the bases are same on two sides of the equal sign, their powers are also the same. So here we can say x plus 3 is equal to 6. Now if we transpose positive 3 to this side, it will become x is equal to 6 minus 3, which will give you x is equal to 3. So the value of x is 3. So I hope this is clear. So that's all for today's lesson. Keep practicing the questions at home. Stay safe and keep smiling. Thank you.